Welcome to Yoga to Open Up Your Hips series. This is day one. My name is Stephanie Lindsay, and that's pretty much it. We're going to open up your hips through a series of progressive, workshop-y style videos. My hope, my aim, and intention is to open your hips in a gradual, systematic way. So today we're just going to start by sort of introducing yourself to your hips. We'll start by laying on our backs and doing what we call supine work. Simple, fundamental, not easy for everybody, and so a lot of it is just getting to be okay with the place from where we begin. Okay, welcome. Thank you for being here. You're welcome to practice by joining your palms in front of your chest, closing your eyes. It's something I like to do to center. You can also simply keep your hands on your thighs. You can keep your eyes open as well. The point is to arrive fully in this moment, to welcome yourself just as you are. Let your hips settle. Soften the front of your hips towards the floor. Get heavy in the back of your hips, your groin, your thighs. Keep a settling in your hips and lift tall through your chest. Feel free to join me in one welcoming Om. Release your exhale. Inhale. Bow your head to your heart. Honor yourself for simply showing up today. Release your hands, lift your chin, open your eyes. So glad you're here. Let's begin laying on our backs. On your back, you can pull your knees to your chest and rock yourself gently side to side, just as a way of massaging your back gently. It's not the best video angle, I don't think. Forgive me, I will get better at this, I think. That's how the theory goes. Find yourself in the center. Lower the soles of your feet to the floor and take them wide. With your feet as wide as your yoga mat, bring your knees together. Take one hand on your heart, one hand on your lower belly. Feel free to keep eyes open and closed and simply practice breathing into your hands. Long, slow, deep, even breaths. To just practice pausing and feeling. Keep surrendering the back of your hips into the floor. As you breathe here, get heavy in your thigh bones into their sockets. Relax your shoulders and back of head heavily into the floor. If it serves you here to rest longer, do so. Otherwise, please cross your ankles. You take one shin, I'm just taking my left shin in front of my right shin so that my legs support each other as my knees open to this side. With knees open to the side, you can open your palms to the side, or feel free to have one hand on your heart, one hand on your lower belly. Eyes open or closed. Practice feeling the front of your hips, the sides of your hips, and the backs of your hips. Breathe the gift of your loving awareness there. Aim to bring each inhale to the same length of time as each exhale. Each pose in our yoga practice is called an asana. That means seat. So it's simply a seat of our awareness. To be able to observe what is as it is. So we can work from there. Please bring your knees towards each other and switch the cross. So your other shin, my right shin, if you were doing the same as me. So open knees so that your shins are supported and the knees are supported. So there's just a very gentle passive opening in the front of your hips, your inner thighs. Hands on your body, breathing or open out to the side. Relax the back of your shoulders into the floor. With open palms, practice being receptive to any insights, whether physical or mental. What are the different sensations telling you here? Deepen your breathing. Bring your knees towards each other. Take your knees to your chest. Hold your shins and let your thigh bones settle into the sockets. Or you're welcome to bring your knees in closer up towards your shoulders if that's okay on your hips. Hold still, or you're welcome to rock side to side. It can be a nice way to massage your back, or just use a little bit of movement and momentum to start to open the sides of the hips, the backs of the hips. Even just some gentle rocking can calm the nervous system as well. Welcome yourself to the moment. Find the center. Extend your left leg out straight along your yoga mat. If that's too much, you feel like it's too much, and please bend your bottom knee, sole of foot on the floor. With your right knee pulled into your chest still, pull knee towards shoulder, right hip away from your right shoulder, hold and breathe. And start to explore some gentle hip circles. So you can pull your knee across and away from your chest and out to the right. And do a couple circles like so. You can hold behind your thigh and then switch directions. So 1, 2, or 3 small gentle circles. Just explore the movement in your hip or maybe the lack thereof. Stretch that leg out straight. You can wiggle it out to help open up the front tissue there. And since I demoed the other side with the bottom leg bent, I'll do that here as well. Pull left knee to chest. Interlace around your shin. Pause and breathe. And start to circle your leg a little bit. You open, cross, pull away. And it doesn't have to be same direction 3 times in a row and then reverse. You can go back and forth. Listen to your body. It's so easy for me to just sort of tune my own self out and listen to what a teacher is cueing, and I'll accidentally just place more authority on what they're saying and ignore my own physical cues. So practice paying attention to what your own body is saying, despite what I might be cueing, please. So aim to balance out and do about the same amount each direction, or whatever feels appropriate for your hip today. And stretch your leg out. Shake it out. Please bend both knees here. Take the soles of your feet to the floor. Sorry, just getting my notes so I don't lose too much track here. With soles of feet on the floor, hands on your belly, or one hand on your belly, slide the other one under your back. So here you can feel when you sink your groin down to the floor, your low back lifts and it's lifting up off of your bottom hand. Now when you do the opposite and tilt your pelvis so that your low back mashes into your hand, you feel your pubic bone lift up towards the ceiling, your sitting bones tuck under, maybe your belly muscles pull in. We do this a lot in cat and cow pose on all fours, hands and knees, in my other classes if you've been there. As you inhale, tilt your pelvis so that your groin moves towards the floor, your sitting bones press back into the floor, and you'll feel your low back lift. Have it come from your pelvis and not your low back. Moving your butt flesh, top of butt flesh down towards the heels. Pull your pubic bone towards the ceiling and your navel down into the floor. These are all just cues to get your pelvis to tilt back and forth. You see how my hand is no longer under my back because it's mashing into the floor. Now, tilt your pelvis like you have a bowl of water on your pelvis, and when you tilt your pelvis, the water will pour out down into the floor. Your low back will lift so that you can maybe not slide it under, but it's lifting up enough that you feel a little bit of a muscular lift there, or maybe a little ant could crawl underneath. One more time. Tucking your pelvis, the top of your butt flesh moves down towards your heels. The result is your back presses down, your pubic bone lifts up, and now come to a neutral spine. So there is a gentle curve, a little bit of a softening of the groin here. That's more of a neutral position. Breathe here. Place elbows by sides, shoulders into the floor, and lift the center of your chest to the ceiling. Pull your, I like to press elbows down, shoulders down to lift my chest. So the chest lift comes from behind. The chest lift is supported by the muscles and bones on the back, upper back. And this can be good for now, and just work on your pelvic tilting a couple of times back and forth, or keeping head, shoulders, feet heavy. Please lift your hips. This time you're pushing your heels down and pushing your bottom to the ceiling. Often what tends to happen is the knees will go wide, so please keep them in a straight line directly over your heels. Lower down. Maybe over your ankles, heels, push. So now, lowering your hips, sink your groin down so the low back will lift here, and then you reverse it. Tucking your hips under, push your hips up, weight down through your inner heels. As you push down through your inner heels of your feet, lift your outer hips. Press head down, shoulders down, and lower. Sink your groin down to the floor. Sinking your groin down to the floor, there's a little bit of a curve in your low back. Press head down, shoulders down. Keep head down, shoulders down. Push through your heels, big toe mounds, outer heels. Lift your bottom. Push down through your heels. Lift your butt cheeks. Press down, press up, right underneath your butt cheeks. Lift up. And lower down. Sink your groin down to the floor. I don't know if it's okay to say what I said. So the bottom of your buttocks, maybe. Okay, one more time. From here, push heels down, big toe mounds down. Lift your hips, heels down, big toe mounds down. Push your hips to the ceiling, right underneath your hips. Push up and lower. Sink your groin, lower your hips. Stretch your legs all the way out. I just like to do the little shake out here to soften the muscles at the front of your hips. Feel your breath. Just making sure I'm on my notes on the right part here. I already messed up lots, but I always mess up lots. And that's like a big message for life, is like you just keep going. And you guys don't really know what my sequence was gonna be, so if I didn't tell you I messed up, you wouldn't know. Okay, please bend both knees. Like we've done before, only take your feet wide again, I guess we did that early, and shift your hips to the left, let your knees fall to the right. So here your knees stay staggered. Bring arms out to the side like a saguaro cactus. Settle, hips, shoulders, and head into the floor. You're welcome to gaze upward at the ceiling or intensify the twist slightly by turning your head to the left. Hold here and breathe. Practice getting heavy into the back side of your body. If you want more intensity with this stretch, cross your right ankle over your left knee. With ankle pressing into outer left knee, push knee up into foot, foot into knee. Imagine your leg lengthening out of your hip, out through your knee. Please twist belly and chest more to the left. Use your breath to remind yourself to settle in the moment, to be here. We can only get to where we want to go by being here in this moment. We gotta start somewhere. We gotta know the place from where we begin. Surrender to it and accept it first. Look to the ceiling, uncross your legs. Bring legs back to the center and please shift your hips to the right. Lower your knees to the left. Bring your arms out like a saguaro cactus. In the Midwest, they call it goalpost. I don't know if you saw what I did, but press elbows down. Pick up your back and scooch it a little to the left. It can help you get heavy in the back of your right shoulder. All of my detailed cueing is to help you achieve the pose in whatever way is going to fit your body. So if my wordiness is stressful, I apologize. Take what you can and leave the rest. And as we progress in our practice, more and more of the cues start to make more sense. We're mentally able to receive them, as is our body. You're welcome to cross ankle over thigh. Push thigh and ankle into each other and use those two opposing forces to get more extension through your right leg. Lift low back, low belly, and twist torso a little more to the right. Practice loving both sides equally, even if one side's tighter than the other, especially then. Bring legs to center, hips to center. Bring your hands behind your right thigh. Your femur, the thigh bone, likes to be in the socket. So rather than just forcing yourself into the next pose, take a moment to settle so that you can imagine the back of your hip getting heavy as it receives your thigh bone deeper into the socket. From there, push your thigh into your hands so much that your arms straighten. Rather than pulling your legs in, bending your elbows, push thigh into hands, get heavy in the back of your hip. Proceed by working your top leg straighter and straighter. It doesn't have to straighten. I care more about pushing your thigh away from your belly, away from your face, to get your femur more anchored in its socket. You're welcome to slide the bottom leg out straight if it isn't straight yet. Practice getting heavy in your bottom leg, bottom thigh, bottom heel. Push both legs longer. Stretch your leg longer as you lower it down. I'm very habituated to shaking my legs out, so take it or leave it. You don't have to do it. I'm starting with my bottom leg bent again because that's how I started the other side. Push left thigh into the resistance of your hands. Pause and settle, actually. So take a moment to settle your left thigh into its socket. Then push thigh into hands. Hands resist the thigh. You can keep your leg bent or push it straighter. And the extension might take your leg straight. It might not today. I aim to teach very simple classes so that you don't need props, but you are welcome to use a yoga strap. And I can teach specific prop-based videos in the classes to come. Stretch out your bottom leg if you haven't yet. Stretch your leg long and lower it down. All right. Next one, what could it be? What could it be? Bend both knees. Out of nowhere, cross right ankle on left thigh. If that's already too much, go back to the bottom leg straight and cross with the bottom leg straight, and you can build from here. Little refinement, think about when we did the bowl of water on the pelvis and we tilted the bowl downward. You were aiming to do that here. So we want to get the groin heavy to the floor. So there's a slight lift in the low back, not exaggerated, just a tilting of the pelvis to get the inner thighs down. This is good enough, and you can work there today. Play with flexing your right foot. By flex, I mean not point, not sickle, flex. So the pinky toe presses down towards the floor. Advance by bending your bottom leg. My right toes are still pointing down towards the floor. By pointing, I'm sorry to confuse the language, I meant pinky toe aiming down. It's so funny to watch people in classes because they like start, sticking out their tongue or like spreading their fingers. Okay, stay here or pull your legs in deeper. Interlace hands behind your left thigh. Here, do pull your legs in if your legs allow. See what your right foot wants to do here. Aim it so your toes are active, spreading, and you're pressing pinky toe away from your face, big toe mound to the wall at your left. Maintain that so as you bring your legs in, your foot stays in that shape. And then press the back of your hips and the back of your shoulders and head into the floor. Take longer if you need to, and lower. Usually if you don't want to take longer, it's a sign that you need to. Just saying. Kidding but not kidding. Let's start on the leg, left leg with the right leg bent. So you cross left ankle over right thigh. Pause here. The two sides might be very different. Sink your groin down, so it's like a tilting of the pelvis, like in all fours we call it cow pose. Your back of your bottom will press down, your low back will lift up a little bit. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Flex your left foot, so your pinky toe is pressing down towards the floor. Maintain this work, or advance by bending your bottom leg, sole of foot down. Automatically when we bend the bottom leg, it's like the low back wants to mash down into the floor, so please sink your groin down. Lifting or tilting your pelvis will lift the low back a little. Again, it doesn't have to be dramatic. We're aiming to become more sensitive to the subtleties. All the little things we completely ignore in our normal day-to-day life until pain comes a knocking and we're like, golly gee, why does my back hurt so much? Stay here or pull legs deeper into chest. Please interlace around your right thigh. Pull legs in. Little refinement, press the back of your hips down. And again, you'll feel like you're coming out of the pose a little bit because we tell you to do one thing and then we tell you to do the other thing, and the yoga is to find that meeting place right in the middle where yes, you're pulling your legs in and yes, you're pressing the back of your hips down. The result is a lengthening in your sides, a more balanced pose, a healthier low back. Tune into your breath. Take longer if you need. Lower your foot. Stretch both legs out and shake them out. If your low back is uncomfortable here, you're welcome to take your feet wide and join your knees like we did earlier. Otherwise, we'll take Shavasana here. With feet wide, turn your palms open slightly away from your hips. You're also welcome to cover yourself with a blanket or simply sit in a meditative posture. Practice giving yourself this time not to completely lose consciousness and fall asleep, but to stay present and feel the subtle effects of the postures we just did. With each exhale, relax the front of your hips towards the back of your hips. With each exhale, relax the front of your shoulder towards the back of your shoulder. exhale, soften your forehead, your eyebrows, and get heavy in the back of your skull. Soften the muscles of your groin, your thighs. Relax your belly. Soften your jaw. We'll rest together here for a few minutes before we close together. They say that this time of rest is even more important than the active practice. Let yourself be in this space of pause where nothing is seemingly happening, and yet it's the place where everything happens. Slowly deepen your breath. Wiggle fingers and toes. Stretch arms and legs as you wish. Bending your knees, roll to one side. Press yourself to seated. We did it. We made it. Tomorrow, we're going to get into the front of the hips more, the groin, the hip flexor area. Most people get tight there from sitting, but maybe you're a dancer or a jogger or a CrossFitter or whatever. So whatever reasons you're tight in your hips, we're going to dig into the front. Dig might not be the best word, but we're going to move into the front of the hips to hopefully relieve some issues in the sides and rear of the hips and low back. So join me tomorrow. I hope to see you there. Thanks again for coming today. Let me know if you have any comments down below. Like, share the video with your other friends who need this kind of love in their hips, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.